Hi, everyone. This is Yvette Samuels, better known as Queen, A.K.A. Misty. And I know you can see this because I have no top teeth. Um, I had a stroke. I had multiple strokes. And so sorry, my speech is not good. And you'll hear me say sorry a lot. But I wanted to introduce myself to you. Um, in 2015, I had a stroke, my first stroke, and then my heart stopped, and they had to revive me twice. And then my first heart attack, I had a heart attack one night, and they sent me to recovery. And a couple of hours later, I had another heart attack. They sent me to recovery. A couple of hours later, I had a third heart attack. And during that heart attack, I suffered a stroke. 2 years, about a year and a half later, I my heart stopped, and they had to revive me. That happened twice, but not in the same night. I suffer from facial aphasia, so you'll see my face making expressions that I can't control. My voice, my speech, I can't control. But I am not going to edit this video because I want you to see me for me. And in case you're wondering, this is my hand now is damaged. They're curling in. These are my nails. They're not clip-ons, not clip-ons, press-on nails. I'll show you. My other hand is not contracted, and I'm trying to get these in the camera view. But can you see? They're not press-on nails. My nails kind of grow. Oops, sorry. My nails grow. But they don't grow much longer than this. These, because they curve over too early in growth. See, they curve over early. So I'm probably gonna cut them. Anyway, I'm Queen, A.K.A. Misty. I am disabled, and I want to meet you. I want you to meet with me, and I want you to know my story. So I mentioned that I had 3 heart attacks and a stroke in one night. That was one night. 3 heart attacks within a couple of hours of each other. Then, a year and a half later, my heart stopped, which caused more brain damage. Then I had many strokes at weekend. Couple of weeks, I had a mini stroke, and then my heart stopped again, with many strokes in between. And it's a bad thing that happened to me because in a couple of hours, I had just come home from work, and I was driving and everything, sitting down listening to jazz music, watching Rosie O'Donnell on HBO, and she was talking about her heart attack. I think God wanted me to see this. She had something called, I think, a widowmaker, but I was very interested in her story. And then I said, wow, let me get up and go to bed. And when I got up to go to bed, I caught my first heart attack. And I knew I was having one because of the way Rosie O'Donnell described uh, the symptoms of a heart attack. I knew I was having one. So I needed to see her on TV. And even though it's a bad thing that happened to me, some good things came out of it. First of all, the New York Times was following me through all my heart attacks and my stroke. They did an article on me. Some people know, sorry, some people know about it. A lot of people probably don't. I was on the front page of the New York Times, and it mentioned Rosie O'Donnell. They sent a copy to Rosie O'Donnell. She contacted me right away. Very nice woman. Very nice woman. We've been talking through text and videos on Facebook. Unfortunately, I've been going to the hospital so much, I haven't been able to talk to anyone because they've been trying to save my life. I just had open heart surgery, and finally, my life has been extended because I now have half my heart as a machine. It's called LVAD. There's no chance of rejection. There's no chance of wondering if you can adapt to this. I'm looking for the words for this, but once you qualify for an LVAD, half of your heart is a machine, and the part that's pumping so slow is not being pumped by a machine. It's a life-changing experience, very life-changing. But key word is life. It gives you life. Because I was going to the hospital, and all they was doing was putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. I was filled with fluid. They'd send me home. I'd come back, go home for a couple of weeks, fill back up with fluid. I go to the hospital. They drain me. I go back home. Then I fill it with fluid again. It was horrible. And one night, I was filling up with fluid, and I couldn't breathe. And the hospital contacted the ambulance and told them, "We can't take her, we're too full." And the ambulance said, "Well, if Virtua can't take her, let's send her to Deborah." And that was God intervening, because Deborah saved my life. Deborah said I should have been there a long time ago, but because they specialize in heart and lungs. They knew exactly what to do. They don't do anything else. They don't take anything else but heart and lung problems. They're an awesome hospital. So I had open heart surgery. When I walk around, it's with batteries to keep the machine going. And when I'm home, I have to plug into the wall so it keeps the machine going. Like I said, it's life-changing. I can no longer swim at all. Can't get in the water because the machine can't get wet. My stroke condition is facial aphasia, so you may see me make expressions that I can't control. But I am grateful to be here. I have not, sorry, I have not been home since February of 2024, and I cannot wait to see my apartment again. And that's all I'm looking for is my apartment. I don't care about the other things, neighbors and stuff like that. I just want to be in my home. I have to get a new bed. There's a lot of things I have to get that I can't afford right now. So I'm hoping to get help to afford the things insurance won't pay for. Like a motion bed, I have to have a hospital bed, or a motion bed where it moves up. The hospital bed the insurance gives you is crappy, and I can't lay on it. And mine is already broken, so I have to get another one. So I found a motion bed, like a size full or size twin, I think it is. But when you're in disability, you can't afford things that people say, oh, it's only that much amount of money. You can get that. No, I can't. When you're in disability, it's hard. It's very hard. And when you get the things that you have to get, the things you want, you can't afford. So you don't want to ask people for help, because I don't want to ask people for help. But it comes to the point where I have to ask for help. And a lot of times people don't want to help help you because, oh, she's begging. And I feel like I'm begging, but I'm not. I just in a bad situation. I didn't ask for this. I really didn't. But this is where I am. So I'm asking for help to get the things I need to survive this journey. My new normal, I need a lot of things. So anyway, 3 heart attacks, stroke, many heart attacks throughout the years. I talked to Rosie O'Donnell. I'm trying to see what else I can tell you. Um, a lot of people don't know how to talk to me because of how I am now. I lost a lot of friends because they don't know how to treat me. I have people I can talk to on one hand now. I People talk to me like I'm 5 years old. You don't have to talk to me like I'm 5 years old. Just talk to me. And if I don't understand, I will tell you, please talk a little slower, because when people talk to me now, because of my brain damage, you will start talking in English, and then you sound like you're talking in gibberish, and I may have to ask you, please slow down so I can, or repeat what you said so I can understand and keep up with what you're saying. I also wrote a book of poetry that I'm waiting to get published, and I have 2 more books that I'm working on. So even though this stroke is painful and debilitating, I'm still trying to do things with my life. The doctor said with this new machine in me, my life should go back to somewhat normal. I should be able to drive again. I should be able to travel again. But those things, like can't get a car because on disability we can't afford a car. But the moment I can afford a car, I want to get a Hyundai Santa Fe. I know people like, a Hyundai what? No, the Hyundai Santa Fe is really nice. I've had it in the past, and it's a really nice car to have so I can get around. I will never travel by myself. Again, I will always have an aide, but to have my own car would be amazing, just amazing. And to reach out to people to ask for a car, that's something that sounds like, oh, she only wants a car. Well, yeah, I do want a car, but I'm not the type of person that can just go out and get a car. I'm just in a bad situation, trying to get my life back on track again. I want to go to the Valley in the Bronx. That's where I'm from, born and raised. I want to see my Valley family again, but I can't just get up and go. I have a lot of equipment that has to go with me. I can't stay with family no more because they have stairs in their homes. I have to get somewhere that doesn't have stairs in it. So I always have to get a hotel apartment. I'm sorry, hotel room, so I can have my equipment. And there's no stairs. There's an elevator. That costs money. That I always have to have. Sorry, I always have to have when I travel. I gotta stay in a hotel room, and that's difficult to 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 do, to realize you can't just go with a family member anymore. You have to say, well, you got to get a hotel room. And I want to stay at least 2 days so I can visit my family and my friends like Rosalind Jones is someone that I will not go to the Bronx and leave. I want to see her and her family. That's one person that I have to see. The first time I get out, I have to see her. That's one person, her and her family, Dee Dee, Dwayne, when they talked to me after my stroke, they never treated me differently. And I was talking to Dwayne one day, and I had to thank him for talking to me like I was just normal. And he said something. He goes, why would I talk to you any different? You're still Yvette. And that struck me. I know that sounds like a simple thing to say. But when I hung up the phone, I cried because people don't treat me like I'm the old Yvette. They treat me they treat me like I'm disabled. But I don't know how to explain it. They treat People treat me differently. They talk down to me like I don't understand what's going on. My brain is still working even though it's damaged. It's still working. And I know I don't sound like I understand what's going on. I understand what's going on. All you have to do is ask me sometimes. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I will say yes, I will say no. But most of the time, I will say yes because I understand what's happening. I just can't express it the way I used to be able to express it. I want to dance to some music. Hip hop had its 50th anniversary, and I want to be able to dance to some hip hop, to visit the hip hop museum. Rocky Bruciano is keeping hip hop alive. Yeah, he's making these museums that's showcasing the hip hop artists that paved the way for hip hop today. He's making sure we don't forget the pioneers that started this hip hop game. Those are the people we should be celebrating, and I want to get up and dance to celebrate them. KRS-One and all the other pioneers out there who made it possible for the hip hop artists today, and showing that these hip hop artists that are making these music, these hip hop so-called music that don't make any sense. Rocky Bruciano is showing hip hop artists that made music that made a lot of sense. Showing hip hop artists what real hip hop sounds like. When hip hop, when you listen to it, they're giving you a story. It's hip hop that made, I don't know, that it just made you think and made you happy. They don't degrade women. They just make good music. And thank God for Rocky Bruciano because he's keeping real hip hop alive. I want to celebrate him. I want to celebrate hip hop. I want to get out there and dance to some real hip hop. Okay, I'm going to go now. And I'll be back later. Okay, because my aide is here. Okay, bye-bye. Talk to you later.